Day in and day out. Does it look good? Are you retarded? No, it looks terrible. But I asked him, I said, why are you...
Hey, welcome to Channel 1. I'm Mike. This is Tyler. That guy is one of my favorite guys that we talk about. We brought him in. That's the, if you're not aware, that's the badass guy. Yeah, maybe 10 years ago.
Damn,
talking
he
about,
looks skinnier.
Yeah, he's also saying a bunch of cool words there on that one. You know, he continues to say very fun things. One of those guys where you kind of knew he used to talk like that. You're not surprised, but I'm really still surprised all the time when videos from maybe 10 years ago come about and they drop a word like that, because it's completely unacceptable now, but it was totally cool in like 2008. Like you could easily just drop that and everyone would be like, yeah, they might say on the news.
Yeah, that's really like the easiest way to fuck somebody over these days is just pull like any video of them probably from like before 2010.
Yeah, and you'll get the R word there.
Yeah,
for
you'll
sure.
get the R word. You might get the G word.
But what's crazy is he definitely brought that forward, but he just changed the vibe a little bit. He just, because he's got that video.
Like
you look like a woman right now. Yeah, he's got the same.
Like you could replace woman with some like any derogatory term.
Yeah, and you're set. You got the same video. But I do like that he's still doing the same content. Like that's a guy who's really telling you it's consistency is what it's all about, He's been making that same video, like, what are you, a woman? He's been making that video for maybe 15 years now.
Maybe we'll follow in his footsteps.
But
we'll just keep doing this for 15 years until eventually.
In what you mean? What kind of way?
The consistency part.
Right? Yeah,
or we're just going to
yeah.
keep doing the same
or maybe
thing.
some other kind of way.
We're not going to innovate on this podcast.
No,
what you get is
we're going to be 45,
sitting
here
talking about this
guy still doing his bit.
He'll be older. We'll pull some video. We'll pull the "You're a Woman" video, and all of a sudden that'll be like, "Whoa, he said woman."
That's an offensive term in 2035. You can't say that. Yeah. I think it'll be funny to see what this guy does do in 10 years though, because I wonder how big his account was back then. I mean, obviously the edit in that is ridiculous. I mean, it doesn't really do the video any justice. I think the video stands on its own. I do like that wasn't enough for the guy. He was like, I got to put some kind of
that cartoon like runaway noise.
Yeah. But no, he's doing the same, the Lord's work, some may call it. He just keeps coming out with videos historically, how to look like this specific guy, and his taste has kind of changed a little bit.
He was wearing color in that one. I think he was wearing like a green shirt.
Yeah, he was. This was the first time, but it was the style back in the day.
Green vertical stripes.
Yeah, he definitely, the style back then was more, I think on the tag it said Maroon 5. It was very, Adam Levine-esque. He even had like the little faux hawk, which I can't tell. I don't remember off the top if he's still rocking the faux hawk. I don't think he is.
Wait, who?
The guy, just present day.
He's not.
He's got the beard
like
for
normal,
sure. Oh, it is like a coif. It's like you got another one. You can pull up the you look like a woman right now one, just so, cause we keep referencing that one. But so he keeps coming out with this content. But that's the thing is, do you think there's been people, he's been coming out with this content for 10 years. Do you think there's been people who have been following his advice for 10 years? Because we kind of touched on it before, this is the first, he just grabs it. The person who gravitates toward him he is the first guy they find.
Yeah.
So do you think they ever evolved out of that?
Nobody's lost for 10 years.
Yeah, I think you underestimate his followers.
I don't know. I think you die before then.
Yeah,
if you're lost that long,
if you're
dead.
taking that guy's advice for 10 years, you're probably dead by now. Yeah. But I think he said in another video, he's like, I own 27 leather jackets. Yeah. That's fucking badass. And 27 leather jackets of this guy. Yeah. Fuck was the better word compared to what he was using back in the day. That dude was using an F word on steroids back then. Anyway, I just think it's funny. I was watching The Sopranos back in the day too, and they just would drop that, that R word like every second of the day. And it's not funny because the word, it's funny because it's so out of touch from now that it's like, whoa, people just walking around saying it back then.
There's a guy in my workplace that uses it all the time.
Uses it all the time. He doesn't care. Tell me about him. What's his name? What's his name and address? No.
I refuse to.
Okay. But what is he? Does he use it in just like? Do you think he understands that he shouldn't be using it and it's just like, screw the cancel culture people? Or
No,
is he,
I know he has a special needs child, which makes it interesting.
that doesn't work like that. So yeah, do you think this guy at your, he'll remain nameless. Do you think this guy would say this word regardless? Do you think him having his kid would like have special needs and like using this like special needs
he
slur?
doesn't. He doesn't put it together.
He doesn't even coordinate them. But that's an interesting idea that like he literally thinks he's like, no, this word means dumb to me.
And
or
this
whatever,
is his work language too. I bet like outside of work, he's like
definitely using
he's
harder
tiptoeing,
ones.
in other territories.
That's crazy. I didn't think about like using that at work. At work, I'm using like
I'm pretty clean at work. Like I started cursing a little bit more at work because of this guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like I got to do it to like fit
just to
in,
make
to
him
get some
not feel
clout.
bad. Yeah.
But yeah, like usually
You've
like,
got your one coworker you can kind of
Yeah.
throw words
but usually
around
at
to.
work, I'm like, I got like a switch in my head where I just know
You're
to-
just not saying the R word.
Yeah.
You're just not using that at work. I don't think that's even a switch, just not here, not most places.
yeah, but not even like saying any bad words.
Yeah, I wonder what would happen if you called him on that though. Like, I do wonder if like
Maybe I'll do it this week.
because it is super interesting to like have a guy who is using that completely like definitely at least in a work whatever you think about in like a normal atmosphere, it's for sure inappropriate in a work atmosphere.
Yeah, but it
right?
also feels
It's
weird for me to call him out on
right
it because
he
of his son.
that's what I'm saying. It's interesting to
Because then you
do
could
it, 'cause
try
then-
to pull that card. Like, who are you to tell me?
yeah, exactly. But then you're like, that's not why you're like, man, come on, man.
Yeah.
He's like, I just got lucky, I guess, like now I can use it. But whatever, man. I mean, good for him. I'm not going to try to cancel him, Imagine canceling him and he like loses his job and he's like, but now, like, like what's worse, him using that word or like canceling him, having him like lose his job and now we can't feed his special needs son. It's like I think there's definitely a worse thing, What do I know?
I'm not really for canceling people, except Travis Scott.
Speaking of, that's a great transition, Tyler. Way to go. We've been at this for a while. Tell me about him. You plan on canceling him. This is a Tyler doesn't read because it's a Michael read.
It's a Michael Red.
It's a Michael bin read. It's a Michael watch. I've been on the news speaking about it, conveying with former
I can't really say
colleagues.
it's a Tyler didn't read. It's a Tyler didn't.
Tyler didn't do it.
Tyler didn't do it. I definitely didn't do it.
Tyler's innocent. Yeah.
You know who else didn't do it? Whose name got thrown into this whole situation though is Drake.
Well, let's set it up. I want to know about this because this is something I don't know about. So if you guys don't know, everybody who's here on board, Travis Scott had a music festival, Astroworld. About 50,000 people attended, and apparently they all bull rushed the stage over the course of his specific set. It killed about 8 people, ranging as young as 14 years old as far as we know, so far as 27 years old, which is, a lot of people to die.
Young people.
Yeah, a lot of young people
Especially
to die.
for the way that they died too. It's crazy that they were so young.
Crushed to death,
essentially
is what goes on. This is a very tragic and like very unique situation as well. I'm super interested in this.
Because I remember when it happened, like all I saw was that like he was having his music festival and then 8 people died, like 300 people being treated. And I was like looking for like, was there guns? Like, did somebody
assume it's guns, right? Yeah.
I assume guns. So I'm like looking and then like nobody has an explanation.
Nobody has guns. Yeah.
Except for just it
Fox
being a big
News,
crowd.
Yeah.
So it's pretty crazy that it like literally was just because it was such a big crowd and people just being assholes.
It really had me thinking about a bunch of different things I learned in like school, like the bystander effects about there's going to be, the idea that there's so many people and they're seeing like something very violent, something bad happen and they won't act. It's like a sociological principle that they're less likely to act if there's more people because they're all kind of going like, he'll get them, but when you're by yourself, you're kind of more likely to act. It's crazy because I saw an interview about there was 3 people who kind of jumped on stage out of 50,000, right? There's like 3 people who either chose to or could physically, right? I guess if people are getting crushed to death and there's a barrier in front of you, like not many people maybe could get there.
Yeah.
But if the odds are 3 in 50,000 people, like what are you going to do? Like that 3 people. And it was crazy. I don't know if you heard about this, but he was, the 3 people jumped on stage and they were saying like, stop, there's people dying. I see dead bodies. Like they're not breathing. They're dead. Like they saw the dead person. And they say, to the security guards, don't, please do something. Stop the show. And the security guards apparently turned around and asked Travis, they were like, Mr. Travis, Mr. Scott, please, people are dying. And he was just saying like, calling them P words, as our boy Benny Shapiro. There's a family fucking show, so I don't want to say the bad word, but there's, he's calling them like babies, like saying like, shut up, idiot. And then just kept doing the thing. So like the security guards were apparently trying.
And then they said the police chief of like Houston or whatever was like telling him like, this is a bad idea before the show.
Yeah. But
like, this is too many people to have in this venue.
Yeah. I don't know. It's really interesting because it's, a lot of those artists get their shows insured. So if, something happens like this and people sue, they have insurance but there's a bunch of people, there's 8.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it's usually like a lawsuit to the company or to whatever, but this is like Travis Scott's, his festival, right?
Yeah.
So this is going to be like the first time that I'm aware of where like the artist is possibly going to be held accountable for, whatever the law is, whatever they decide to, because I don't really know what happened? Like, what do you do? Do you charge him with manslaughter? Do you charge him with, like, what do you charge? Is he getting charged even? Like, what is it?
Yeah, I don't really know.
Because 8 people died because
negligence of some sort.
Because of some guys. It's genuinely negligence, right? Like, there's no way around that. You can't really argue because you see on like multiple different angles, multiple different people, other people having stories about how, he was fully aware.
Yeah, there's just some like eerie videos accounts out there right now from that.
Yeah, dude, it's like hard to search because you might pull up on like here's a dead person. It's very sad. It's not a good event. Not a comedy podcast type thing. But
I saw
I'm not gonna make
today,
jokes, obviously.
And granted, he's doing everything he can to cover his ass at this point.
Bro, I did see his fucking video. I don't know if you guys seen this. We'll link it. Travis Scott's like apology that just seemed to me super disingenuous. Yeah, he released some kind of video and he's just like, man, I'm sorry. I'm sad. Like
I haven't seen that.
It really.
I just saw he put out like a letter, little thing.
Nah, he definitely did like some kind of like video. He's like kind of over his phone. To me, I mean, I don't know the guy. Maybe I shouldn't say it was disingenuous, but it looked to me disingenuous. Like he was just kind of like, man, that's crazy. That sucks that happens, man. Here, it looks like we pulled it up here. Angelo will pull it up. Way to go, Angelo.
I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time. My fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience. And anytime I can make out, anything that's going on, I stop the show and, help them get the help they need, I could just never imagine the severity of the situation. We've been working closely with everyone to just try to get to the bottom of this. The city of Houston, HPD, fire department, everyone to help us figure this out. So if you have any information, please just contact your local authorities. Everybody continue to just keep your prayers. I mean, I'm honestly just devastated, and I could never imagine anything like this just happening. And I'm gonna do everything I can to keep you guys updated and just keep you guys informed on what's going on. Love you all.
Maybe I shouldn't have said it was disingenuous. I don't know. Maybe,
I don't know.
Maybe it's just the memes that I've seen going around of people posting him going like this, and they're just like, "This man don't give a fuck." Like I don't know. There's also a lot of crazy stories that have just come out, on TikTok and on Reddit of people like just talking about. There was one guy. I wish I remembered his name. He used to manage Travis Scott, and he has epilepsy. And him, Travis Scott, and another guy were over at his house, and apparently he had an epileptic seizure. And apparently Travis Scott just like left and was later like, the guy was like, hey, why did you leave me when I had a seizure? And he was just kind of like, man, I brought people around and like, I was kind of like cramping our style, bro. It was like not chill. Like, and
then he has the whole thing like where somebody at his concert was like trying to take his shoe off or something when he was crowd surfing. And then he was like basically telling the crowd to like get him.
no way, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I don't know about that. That to me, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know the guy at all. So
Like
I
he
don't
stopped
want
the show to like be like, get that guy that tried to get my shoe.
Yeah, but he didn't stop the show for the other thing. You know, he
Yeah.
even said in that video, you know, I don't know. I don't want to say it wasn't genuine. Genuine. I don't want to. Genuous? Is that a word?
I don't know. You've been saying it all
Whatever.
night.
Disingenuous is for sure a word. Genuous probably. Whatever, man. But I just feel like I don't know. I don't know the guy, so maybe I shouldn't be judging him. But it just to me kind of felt like
I saw today that he refunded all the tickets like for the whole thing.
that's nice.
And then he's paying for like all the funerals. Which,
Oh well, then I'm a fucking asshole, and he's being a nice guy.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
also he probably should have acted
you
differently,
could-
right?
if you have money, you can like spending money
Spend
isn't
money.
hard, you know.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point too. You know, maybe that's a PR thing. I don't know. You know, it's weird to put yourself in the shoes of somebody like that because I think it's super easy for us as I've done for sure to be like fuck him, you know, and maybe the evidence even still suggests that. It's just to me like genuous is ingenuous, so it's disingenuous, ingenuous, and genuine and genuine. Ingenuousness.
Wow, that's a bad word. It doesn't.
It's a lot of
It
silly
just sounds
things
like
there.
it's a made up word.
Yeah, I agree. Anyway,
Ingenuousness.
next, but yeah, so I don't know. I think maybe you know it's hard to see if what you would do. You know, do you think you'd stop it? That's. I'd like to say absolutely, and there's evidence of a bunch of other people doing it. So in my brain, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, people were telling him.
If I
telling him.
legitimately saw somebody like
Somebody said somebody was dead. I'm like, bro,
like,
okay,
yeah, okay.
maybe I won't play. Maybe I won't play this Drake song.
you could play the whole like I didn't see anything happening, but like
Nah, that's not real though, because we have on evidence, video evidence that he did. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's not looking good for him.
and I see
Sucks
like an
that those
ambulance
people-
like driving through the crowd.
Yeah, I
and-
saw that too. Yeah, it sucks that happened, man. I don't know. It's a shame. I don't know.
Instead, people just jumping on the ambulance.
Is that what they were doing?
Yeah.
That's crazy. You ever want to? I always wanted to like flip a cop car. Like when I saw like people like they always do riots, so like set cars on fire and stuff. Like after like a Vancouver Canucks game and the like hockey people riot for some reason, they're always like flip a cop car. Like I always wanted to be a part of that. I think
Yeah,
that'd
you
be
look
really
like
fun.
you'd want to flip a cop car.
I think that's fun, you know, and like you're just jumping on it, going like, you know, you just whatever cause you're about, you're like, the Canucks, you know what I mean? Like that just seems like a good reason to do that. But yeah, I don't know. It's a shame what happened to those with those kids. Literally kids, man. 14. That's crazy. How'd they get in there? 14? You can bring any age kid to a music festival though.
To be 14, that must mean that like you had a guardian there, most likely. Probably.
Yeah, most likely, or like no guardians. Like you're either like a latchkey kid, as they say, and you're just kind of able to do whatever you want, or like a parent's there, you know. I feel like
terrible if like you were like there with your
kid, right?
and then
Yeah,
left alone.
shouldn't have gone. Yeah, I think bringing kids to a music festival on maybe a more lighthearted note is a bit goofy. I went to Bonnaroo a few times, and they got babies with headphones, and their moms just doing whatever, being
Brave mom don't quit.
Rave moms don't quit, man. That's a t-shirt right there. Mm-hmm. Rave moms don't quit. Mm-hmm. It's interesting to bring them there and then do drugs with them, because like imagine having like your baby who's like, this baby was like could not walk for sure. Could not, like, this is an exclusively holdable baby. You're only holding this baby.
It's like a little chest thing.
Yeah, no, you wish. Come on, man. Music festival moms are wearing slings. They're not wearing vests. They're the one who's like wearing some kind of like hemp blanket across their chest, and they're wigging out to Grateful Dead with John Mayer or whatever it is. And they're just tripping. She was just for sure doing drugs. Her boobs were hanging out, doing whatever, and her kids just kind of like rocking.
Easy breastfeeding.
Yeah. Do whatever you want. I'm not judging you. I just I wouldn't bring my kid to that, not because I don't want them to see, just because like I don't want my kid to be there. Like,
also, I want to have fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to walk this kid.
Like, we need a baby here.
Yeah, yeah. I'm never like that. Even when I'm at like, I don't even know. There's never a scenario. There's never one scenario. Baptism, I'm still like, get this baby out of here, dude. He's crying.
Me.
Yeah, in the name of the Lord. Yeah. But there's, I don't know. Bonnaroo for sure was fun. I feel like I want to go to music festivals, but maybe I just want to be young enough to enjoy them again. You know, do I want to do that, or do I want my youth? You know, I don't know. I have to go and find out. But I'm going to choose wisely from here on out.
Yeah.
You know,
youth.
Can't live with it. You got any more clips? You got any more clips for us?
Oh no.
Yeah, I hates it. We found one that Tyler hates. Heck yeah,
That's
dude.
a big oof.
You hate that, dude. Why? Talk to me about this. What were you feeling?
What? I thought it was like, I thought that was like gold, like gold chips.
You thought it was gold? No,
I thought I was
you're
like,
sorely
oh man,
mistaken.
they got like gold, like pedicures now.
No,
some,
you're
like gold treatment.
You're sorely mistaken. This
that's
is the same guy who cooks. This is half his ingredients. As you were wondering what he was cooking,
do
it was
nail
those.
Things?
That bugs you, huh? That's interesting. I'm so happy that I found one, because typically, you know, both of us, I feel like, are kind of strong stomached in the sense that we can see a video and just kind of go like, yeah, next one. You know, that's good.
Not nails. That was gooey.
That was gooey, dude, but also rock hard at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I feel happy with that video, like kind of validated, because I've been trying to find something that maybe you don't like. Like I found those like dirty food videos. I was like, maybe he won't like that the kitchen's so gross, but you were like fixated on the door, which was, you know, also gross. Yeah, but I just wasn't even on my radar. But that fucking, I hated that too. Just not to make you feel alone, you know, that definitely sucked. Man, so nail things are your thing. Tell me about this.
Yeah, I don't like nail thing, like a nail coming off.
Does that ever happen to you?
No.
Yo, it happened to me once. It's so weird. It's just like your big toe is just like a round skin ball. Yeah. It's so crazy. You can feel the skin all the way around. You can just keep touching it. It just keeps feeling like skin. It's so crazy, dude. It's so wild.
Yeah, they say like imagine like putting like a toothpick in between like your nail and like kicking.
And then you kick the door.
Yeah,
that one does feel crazy still to me. Like that one I don't like. But you know what? If you told me that scenario, I wouldn't know what that felt like on my tongue.
Oh, I do.
I wouldn't know what that feels like on my tongue.
You know what a toothpick feels like on your tongue?
Yeah.
You know what a toe feels like on your tongue?
Yeah, but I don't know what it feels like kicking a door on my tongue. Of course, you never bite your own toenails since your whole life, since you were young until the present day. You never done that? Don't tell me you don't bite your own toenails, Tyler. I've seen you're a very flexible boy. So when those guys what do you think happened to that guy? Okay. What do you think happened to that guy, though, to where their nails got like that?
I don't know. Because
it had to be some kind of, I will not allow people to
you think it's like a fungus, maybe? It has to be
a fungus. Fungal toe, because it can't just be.
Yeah.
But that's crazy, because how'd you get fungus? Did it start under his toe?
Yeah,
did he just yo, that's crazy, man. That's gross. It's funny that I'm going to start finding so many more of those videos for you. No, absolutely, man. I want to make you like.
Well, I'm about to not open any of your messages anymore.
It's not for you. It's going to be on the pod, man. You're going to be hearing it here.
Well, great. Now we run a toenail fungus podcast.
Would you rather have like terrible, gross toes like that? Maybe not that bad, but just like you've seen some of those, you know who it is? It's like 40-year-old dads who are maybe not 40, maybe they're like 50 now, who are like thinking pedicures are like girly. And now they have the like crocodile scale toes now, crocodile type toes where it's just this like fossil. They all look like I wish with all my heart to fly with dragons, and they all look like that little totem that they hold. Except for they're not rainbows and dragon scale. Thank you. And they could cheese all these sass. So, but everyone's dad has toes like that. We're just like, what the heck are you doing?
Yeah.
And I don't know, but.
So would I rather what?
Would you rather have that or kick the door with the toothpick?
Just once? Like
once what?
Just kick the door.
Kick the door with the toothpick in your toe. You got to choose between the foot fungus, where your
Fungus?
toes.
Is
rot-
it the dad toes or the foot? The
No,
fungus?
it's the toe. It's the video we just watched. It's that.
Well, I'd rather kick a door than have those toes.
Oh, that's crazy. I think that would hurt so bad.
Yeah, but look at that. He was peeling his fucking nails off.
Yeah, he was feeling his nails off, but I don't think he has feeling in his toes anymore.
Ugh.
I think his toes are donezo.
My legs are getting warm.
Yeah, dude, your blood's flowing. They're trying to protect.
I'm bricked up right now, man.
Yeah, your toes are bricked up right now. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think I really feel like that toe pain, that specific one with the toothpick, is probably horrific pain. Like I feel like that's maybe like traumatizing pain. I don't know why I think that. Maybe it's just I've programmed that pain to feel so terrible in my body. But I think I can fix the toe fungus problem.
Yeah, I hope I would catch that early on.
Yeah, I think I just maybe get that doctor to remove all my toes. Like I said, it feels pretty cool. Your toenails are off, they heal. It's just a bunch of skin bulbs that you got hanging off your toe.
Why do we have nails? What's the point of the nails?
The nails probably to help back in the day. Like it was like claws, and you still kind of got to open like oranges and stuff. You know, think about us as like primates, right? We're swinging in
That's
trees.
true. I guess
you
you
know,
use
we
your
got to
nails a lot.
climb at some point, and you got to pick. We used to be.
You got to pick your oranges.
Yeah, you got to do stuff like that. Probably why we kept
You got
them.
to pick your nose.
That
How would you pick your
actually
nose, no nails?
Do you pick your nose a lot? Like, are you comfortable with saying that? I'm comfortable with saying I pick my nose. I don't give a shit. I
Yeah.
think people are crazy for not picking their nose.
That's the only real utensil we have to do that properly.
If you can't breathe and you're like, oh, I'm just not gonna do it. Breathe, asshole. Fucking breathe. Put your finger in your nose. Go. Get on your finger. Wipe it on Tyler's back when he's not looking, and just breathe nice, good air. You know.
That guy looked like he wiped big old boogers on each of
On
his
his toes. Yeah. They were just big
That's what
old
they look
snot
like, just
boogers.
big
They
old,
do
like-
look like those crazy ones that
those
are on
big
like the
ones that
side.
are just like blocking your eyeballs.
Your eye. Yeah, you can't even see your
Can't
nose.
even
Is
see
so
your
stuffed.
nose is so stuffed.
I agree. Yeah. So
I agree.
are you gonna be are you going officially with the toothpick kick?
Yeah, in this hypothetical situation,
Oof,
sure.
that's a crazy one. That's interesting. Okay, right into Channel 1 Fun. Text Tyler directly. Actually, we're gonna put his number down at the phone at the bottom of the screen. Text him directly if you would rather have the. Try not to burp so bad right now.
Just do it.
It's gone.
Okay.
And just which one you like more? You know, if you like kicking doors with toes and other stuff, or if you got
like
the
jazz
toe
hands?
fungus going on. I mean, I tend to think that toe fungus is disgusting. I would feel absolute shame. That's one thing that I think I'm underestimating with this is the amount of shame I would have from being that that kind of person. You know, I don't know. Imagine being a podiatrist.
Yeah, you deal with some
Years.
you deal with some shit.
Do you think that's a normal, like, doctor thing to do? I think like a male gynecologist is weird. Like I don't even think you should be. Why
Allowed.
are you doing this? You definitely don't know more than any female who just is around.
Is there a
not
penis
even
doctor?
a doctor? I did know that there's one guy was on TikTok who was saying I'm the something the penis doctor. Like that was it. Like rhymed.
Oh.
His name was like I'm
Enos.
Enos, Weenus, the penis, Denis. And he was like, but he was like some kind of, he was the dick doc on TikTok. That's what he was. He was the dick doc on TikTok. And he,
I like the other one better though.
penis,
Enos,
penis, weenus, whatever. He was the dick doc on TikTok, and somebody asked him, "Hey, dick doc on TikTok, what if my dick is too shrunk? You know, what if I want a bigger dingus?" And they're like,
Oh, I saw that guy.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah. He says,
it's like, there's
"Do
no
your
way.
arms grow longer? Do you know?" He's like, "You can."
It's like there's no way you could temporarily do it.
No,
but
he said you can. He said you can penis pump and you
Yeah.
can cock
I did see
ring.
that
You can do those things. But what he didn't tell you is that you can just do those all the time. How is there a limit on cock ringing? Like, is there a time limit?
I don't know.
Because you're gonna have a dingus that looks like that guy's toes if you just leave that cock ring on. Because it just keeps blood in there. He's gonna be like all
Yeah.
the time. You know.
Yeah, I feel like it would like fall off.
Yeah, like you're cinched. That's
Yeah.
what's going on. You're cinched. Like you're just keeping
balls
They're
will
just
just
keeping blood in
fill
there.
with.
Pee.
Well, it depends where you put the ring. If you put like some, you can go like all the way around the
You
base.
just put it at like
like
in the
balls,
middle. In
balls
the middle.
and balls and shaft, or just shaft.
Or just balls.
What would you pick?
Just balls. I just want it
just
as
balls?
I just want it as like an ornament. But I don't know. I just don't get the point of that. Maybe it's just to keep going. Like
Maybe I think it.
is it for people who have like ED? It's like the old school ED. They like get enough blood in there and just like cinch it.
I think it makes you harder.
But I thought it made it harder for longer.
You make me harder for longer.
Well, find out next time on Channel 1 News. That's enough for us today. I think we had enough time. Again, this is Tyler. I'm Mike with Channel 1. If you have any information or anything fun or cool that you think is gross, send it to channel1fun@gmail.com. Also, feel free to hit us up on Instagram and TikTok, and we'll be hopefully coming back next week with another episode.
Yeah, send us any gross TikToks you want. Mike is responsible for them.